Hey guys, welcome to Ride VIP, the Ride Your channel. My name is Serge. It's about like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. No, actually it's 3. Just remembered. Just ordered some food at McDonald's. I know it's not healthy, but I'm really hungry, and that's the only thing surprisingly open. Usually a cookout is open, but there's not one near me. But anyways, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I figured while I'm waiting for my food, I will make this short video. In the last video I have posted, it's like my hourly rate. I was quite disappointed due to the fact I worked Monday and Tuesday, and it sounds like I was gonna be like making like $14 an hour after fuel expenses. Without fuel expense, about 18. While it's not fun, and I would like to get like more like 25 to $30 an hour, well, 25 after fuel, that would be nice. That has not been the case lately. Like seriously, like most of the trips I'm getting offered, it's just ridiculous. They're just dumb. But I've been saying lots of no's, lots of no's, lots of no's, and my acceptance rate just keeps going down, down, and down. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm like stuck between a rock and a hard place. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't want to be like just sitting here for like no reason. And I had some of that as well. I think maybe some of the areas that I'm in, it's a lot slower than usual. So I'm like, okay, let me just take some of these stupid ones. I don't know, guys, like, I know that's probably dumb, like, but you're not going to train an algorithm by yourself. Like, I don't think it's like personalized. I think it's whatever other drivers are accepting. And while a few of us is trying to get, maybe like trying to cherry pick some rides, the others, they're not going to be so lucky, and they kind of need to accept every single trip. And I'm noticing like anything on the radar that pops up, like it disappears like immediately. I mean, and it's matching drivers quickly. Even though like sometimes I'll click on it, I'm not even being matched, so I'm not even like fast enough. So apparently there's a lot of drivers out there that's struggling to get rides. Maybe this is due to the fact that there's been some people that probably picked up Uber job as a side hustle on top of their like regular work, just so they could pay off some credit cards. And due to some recent customers, just based on what they're saying in the back, sometimes they're talking to me, sometimes they're on the phone, and from the sound of it, like a lot of people are in credit card debt. So I think after the holidays especially, they're in credit card debt. So not all of them are joining Uber, and they're not like saying anything, but I'm sure some are, and that is the case. Luckily for me, thank God, I am not in credit card debt, even though I spent, seriously, no lie, $8,000 this Christmas. At first I spent 4, but mainly it was toys for me. Supposedly I'll share them with my wife and my kids. Well, I have been, but my wife was like, okay, I need some designer sunglasses, I need some of this, some of that. And before you know it, my kids asked for some stuff, and I'm like, whoa, okay. And also I bought a home security system for my home, so that really added up. And but still, no complaints. A lot of that stuff was like hugely discounted. Maybe it's gimmick, but Amazon, that's all on Amazon, by the way, Amazon shopping. But anyways, I do not regret it. And by the way, my food is coming. I'm gonna take a short little pause, and I'm just gonna pull away and continue recording the video. But that being said, guys, I have huge plans building my shop, and I'll tell you how that's going. Hi. Thank you so much, man. You're so awesome. No, I didn't have one, but thank you for giving me one. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Take care of yourself. Okay. Anyways, this is awesome. I love people like when they're like so awesome like that. Like, I didn't ask for a Coke. She's like, hey, would you like some fries? Like, after I already paid, after the fact, because I had to wait, and I only decided to record a video after waiting for about like 4 minutes, I think, which this is still not a bad wait. But I don't like being parked here, so let me park a little bit next to the light, because it was a bit more brighter where I was standing. Trying to record these videos in the dark, it's something else. But anyways, I feel like explaining to you guys just a little bit about what I'm doing with my shop build. So I'm hopping around with the dimensions and just like looking at things, what makes sense and whatnot. And I think I'll shrink down my dimensions just by a little, just so that I can actually afford it without like really blowing everything out of proportion, because it's really easy to overspend on a project, just because of course you always want it bigger, better, you know, and I'm no different. But still, with that being said, my new shop size will be about 30 by 60. Yes, it might be slightly twinked. Maybe I'll still go a little bit bigger, just depends on my finances. But here's the deal. Let me tell you. Let me show you. Okay. Okay. So today I got 2 quotes for metal. Okay. So, and this is according to 30 by 60. Or is it? No, this is 3064. But either way, I'm thinking like maybe I'll shrink it down just a little bit, but it's really not necessary. But let me just show you like what some of this cost us. Okay, cost. By the way, I feel like I'm actually getting like 33% discount unofficially. It's regular price for the company, but it doesn't make any sense to me that they actually pricing things the way they do. But let me make an explain. If you know explanation, excuse me. If you know anything about like metal, right? Like if you go to Home Depot, like, and you're getting a piece of roofing sheet, it's $40, like $39.99 for a piece that's 2 foot wide, 12 foot long. So I try to base my prices according to that, right? So I'm thinking, okay, so 2 foot wide, that's 24 inches. So that's like a galvanized piece, or at least I think it's galvanized at Home Depot. But at this place, which is called Classic Metals Inc., they're located here locally, which is cool, and I've heard they were like the cheapest. Yes, they do sell. I priced out the price like 2 feet by 12 feet at $40. That's like the price, like $40, like not $39.99, but still $40. You could get it different color, but they also have a 36-inch by 12, let's say. It's just 36 wide. You could get it cut as long as you want, but just for the price quote, I'm like, okay, so if I get like one piece, 36 by 12, what it would be? She said $40. I'm like, am I missing something here? Am I getting it like a bigger, like a wider piece? That means I need less material, which would be technically at 33% extra that I'm getting, like, because it's 12, and then like another 12 inches. And she's like, yeah, $40. I'm like, well, I'm going with that then, you know, so okay. I'm like, can I use that stuff on the roof? She's like, yeah. Can I use that on the walls? Yes. Okay, great. No problem. And you overlap it by like 1 inch. So there's gonna be like a little bit of a, I guess, a little loss thing. So I had to like say just a little bit more. But anyways, I told them I need 22 pieces at 32 feet long, because my shop was supposed to be 32 by 64. At obviously 36 inches wide, and the price came out to be $2,358.40 before taxes. Then they added an ungodly amount of screws. They're like, screws, you're gonna need 1,750 screws. I'm like, well, I don't think I'm gonna need that much, but I'm like, okay, I'll take their word for it. And it's 175. I guess it's 10 cents per screw. I think like they have like 0.10. That might be what it is. Okay, so then I went to Home Depot and I'm like, well, how much is 50 screws cost? 50 screws cost $6.99. When I did the math, I was saving, I think, like roughly like $75. It was between 50 and 75, but I'm like, whoa, this is actually cheaper. But I did ask him, I said, look, honestly speaking, am I better off getting screws from you or Home Depot? Some guy in line said, definitely them. And I'm like, okay. I don't trust that, but I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go along with it. I always like to double check, and I went to Home Depot and I double checked. But I did not have them remove it. So anyways, for the roofing, with screws, with taxes came out to be $205.07. So the cost of the roof is $2,668.47. I'm like, okay, what is the cost of the walls? So my walls, it's kind of funny thing, yeah, the actual dimensions of the roof and the walls actually came out to be about the same. It's just like literally stuff, just kind of like double. But anyways, here's the wall. It's gonna be 29 gauge, which I've failed to mention on that other one. So that other one's 28. 29 gauge. It's called, the type is called classic rib. 50 pieces, and I really needed, I think, like 43, but I'm like, okay, I'll just overestimate it a little bit because it's better to be a little bit over than short. 14 feet high. 14 feet high. And I suppose if I'll have extra, I could cut them down in the middle, like by 7 feet, and make a fence out of it, or like a gate, so that would be good. I ordered like a color gray. But anyways, linear feet came out to be like 700. Price per linear foot is $3.35. So same thing in another one. Total price came out to be $2,345 for 50 pieces at 14 feet. So obviously same amount of screws, $1,750, and price is $175 for the screws. They also charge block and band, $30 that they do charge. Failed to mention on the other one, but they do charge that. They said they have to do that. Well, you're gonna have to do that. Like, how am I supposed to get it off? I mean, load it. Maybe they'll load me. I'm gonna just pick it up on a van because they can deliver at any length, including like 32 feet long. I asked them what's the delivery cost, and they said $150. Maybe I'll consider them delivering. I don't know. We'll see. But I could pick it up myself. So anyways, to pay for the walls, it's $2,754. So roughly speaking, I'm looking at like about like let's see, let's just do this, let's just round it off, like 2,800 instead of 2,754. 2,800, so it's like $5,600 basically that I'm gonna pay. So like roughly like 5,500 for the whole metal, which I'm thinking like, wow, to have a shop, and by these dimensions, 64 by 32, that's not bad just for that. Then I priced out all the posts I'm gonna get, and with the posts I'm still kind of like fiddling around with it, but I think I put like 50 posts at $21 each, and I came out with a number roughly about $1,000 plus taxes. And then I did not price out the 2x6 or like 2x4s. That's gonna be something else, but I'm thinking that's gonna be roughly $1,000. And the wood is a lot cheaper now. Like a piece of 2x4x8 is about like $375 or something. And I think prices are falling. That I was happily surprised that a 16-foot tall 4x4 post is $21.25 or something. I'm like, okay, I'll price it out at the lumber yard as well, but that's like a Home Depot price. So, and let's say like 16-foot long for a 2x6 non-treated would be about half of the cost of the 4x4. So about like $12 or $13. I'm thinking like, okay, it's beginning to be reasonable. Like, it's still expensive. And the sheet of OSB, $10, basically 4x8 OSB. So I'm gonna need, well, I'm not gonna really need, but I will be doing that anyways, just because I think it's gonna look nicer and it's gonna keep the roof from warping. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna space out the roof at 24 inches the whole way down, and then I'm gonna use OSB on top. Of course, I'm gonna wrap it and everything. It's not unnecessary. People put straight up metal at 24-inch spaces. But I think that's going to prevent the metal from sweating, and because there is some R value in wood, so maybe like one R rating or something. But anyways, that's going to help out a little bit, and then I will do like spray foam insulation, I think, in the future. We'll see, you know, like for the walls and possibly roof. We'll see. Maybe I'll go with some other one, but I think spray foam would be the most convenient way to go. Also, the cost of basically for the entire roof would be approximately $600 plus taxes, so maybe like $660, $700. And I'm like, okay, and so I'm looking at a number slightly under 10,000 just to get like the whole square shape, not including garage doors, not including concrete and everything like that. So I already have the money for the concrete, I have the money for the doors, have the money for the walls. Like, I'm talking about like 50 pieces of 4x4s. That's what I'm going with, like not a 6x6 or 8x8. I was gonna space them out probably like between 8 and 10 feet apart. I've seen people do it as much as 12 feet. I'll see about that. And plus, I'm also between the doors, I'm gonna also put like a 4x4 post. So I will probably make it to where it makes sense, you know, to make it stronger. But there's no load bearing walls or nothing, so like it does not need like a header anywhere, so which is kind of cool. Still probably gonna place it where the garage doors are, just you know, for extra strength. So I'm not going to be recording a video of this project on this channel. I'm going to post it on another channel where I build stuff. I'll probably put a link in the description below. Let me know in the comments if you do want a link to that, then I could link it up. It's just I want to keep things separated, you know, for that build. And the reason I'm actually even mentioning any of this guys to you, because this is like my goal, and I stated that that's what I wanted to do. And so right now we're at 18th in January. The date is 18th. So I did my math. So I have enough money for concrete, enough money for walls, like wooden walls, and enough to basically for all the cross sections and everything. So I'll have the whole shape of the building. The only money I don't have is for the roof, and I don't have the money for the walls. So as you know, that's going to be about like 5,600, you know, something like that, right along those lines. Plus I might adjust the price, you know, like the dimensions slightly, so you could always estimate it to be a little bit more. But with that being said, I've done the math and I'm thinking, okay, I wasn't gonna work the whole week from now on, but I'm gonna have to, just because it's the winter. I really cannot do much anyways. I mean, it's not a really cold winter, but some days are colder than others. As you can see, I'm like with my window open. Maybe there's noises, I don't know, but I feel completely fine. And with that being said, I'm like, okay, if I work the next 2 weeks, by February 1st, I'm gonna have enough money for the roof and all the plywood that goes in the roof. I'm like, okay, good. And then from that moment on, I'm gonna be partnering with a shop where we're gonna like basically kind of like going into a partnership. And he's gonna be like supplying me with work, which is gonna be like body work. A lot of it's going to be like frame machine type of work, and like body, like fixing cars, basically, like doing body work on the mechanical stuff as well. So I'll be doing it in my shop, but before I get my shop up and running, I'll be doing some stuff with him, and then I'm gonna complete mine. I'll probably do some of his projects at my shop. My first project is gonna be like 2017 Subaru WRX, so I think that's gonna be like a fun project. So that's gonna go on my other channel, which is called Zimalata Garage. It might go on my main channel as well, which is called Zimalata Motors Sprinter How To Show. Let me know if you want any of those links. But anyways, I feel like, okay, I'm just gonna have to hit it hard and work the whole entire January, just like without skipping any days. And then once I'm gonna start working with this other guy, I'm gonna have to take the Monday to Thursday and well, more like Tuesday through Thursday, maybe sometimes Monday, and work on car project, and then back to Uber during the weekend. I think because I'm going to be working slightly less on Uber, I'm going to make equivalent to 1,100 per week for the 3 days that I will work. So with that being said, in about 3 weeks, I'll have enough money to buy the walls. But then I plan to obviously continue working through, you know, like an additional week, because you always need extra. There's always have to be like a buffer, and plus I have more money coming in from other sources, and I'm not even including the partnership deal with the cars. I'm not even including that into the picture. That's just gonna be like a cherry on top. If it works out, you know, there's always a possibility that that's not gonna work out, and it doesn't matter. I don't care. If it doesn't work out, it actually works in my favor, because at that point, I'm just gonna work every single day till the middle of February, and then at that moment on, I'm gonna have to make a decision. What's the weather like? February is like the coldest, so I may just go ahead and work the whole entire month. But by middle of February, I will have enough for everything, like seriously. But I think just to give myself a buffer, and maybe if I want to extend, make something bigger, smaller, well, more like bigger, maybe just work an additional couple weeks. I would probably average at least $3,000 after fuel expenses for the additional 2 weeks, and that could take me a long way. That means I could just have a little bit more materials. I can make things a little bit bigger, because I wanted to eh, build a shop that's like 40 by 64, you know, even though I was like doing like 32 dimensions. But I have not measured that area, and when I measure it, I will see what room I have in there, because I want to be reasonable with that. But there's a lot of work to be done. There's also some grading work to be done, some concrete and stuff like that after the fact, because the earth right now is like, it's like slanted like this. So if I put a pole barn by like post staying like this, naturally it's going to be at an angle. So the roof is going to have about like a 30% angle. You know, 30-degree angle, not a percent, 30-degree angle. But water off the metal roofs typically slides a lot faster, so you know, I think that the pitch, that should be enough, like a 30%. With that being said, there's still a lot that I'm trying to go through and learn and put things together. And I've made drawings, but I have already redesigned the plan a little bit, because I'm looking at the future. How is this building going to be used? I do want to have a frame machine. I do want to have a paint booth. I do want to have 4 bays this way. And then with the length, I want to give myself enough room to put additional 2 side doors towards the end of the shop. So I'll be able to put cars this way and that way towards the end. And I think that's a little bit important. Plus, it will allow air circulation if I ever need to just pop up a couple doors. And it's a good thing I did not have enough money yet to buy the whole entire metal. Otherwise, I would have made a slight mistake, because I told them to make a dark gray roof and a light gray walls. But I think I'm gonna have to go with a very light looking color for the roof and walls. Maybe possibly even like a white roof and light gray walls, because of the sun, because metal getting heated. So the darker it is, the harder it's going to get. So I don't want that. But the reason I'm actually building this type of stuff, I mean, you never know. Right now, like, I don't have like big plans like, oh, I'm gonna make this big great business. I'm more looking at it like a hobby. But I think, like, all in all, it may if I'm successful enough, and I don't know, I haven't like really tested my skills. I've done anything from body work to paint, like all kinds of stuff. But I'm curious to find out, like, do I really want to like just work my ass off with that? But I think if I do in the shop, I could put in less hours and make way more money than on Uber. And due to the fact that I have other YouTube channels, there's always people asking me to do mechanical work for them. But I think, like, why not? If I have a space to do it. I was doing it before, charging $100 per labor hour, and at that point, like, I really don't think I'm gonna need to like really do much Ubering. But I will still actually do it, not because I'm greedy, not because I'm greedy. I will not say that, like, but because some of that stuff is back-breaking work, and I'm gonna need some time off. And just the time off would be like driving, relaxing my back, because this is actually quite comfortable. I think, like, one of the cool things about driving a more luxurious car, the seating is a little bit comfortable. But my Ultima had comfortable seats as well, so it does not have to be a BMW. I think Ultima has 0 gravity seats, which is like kind of amazing. But these being leather, I don't know, it's quite nice. I think easy to clean, especially if somebody throws up. Hopefully not, But with that being said, because I also do like YouTube channels and stuff, I need to edit videos, I need to post stuff. I do have like my iPad, and I'm like watching other builds over here. So the iPad is magnetic, and it goes in my center, so I'm able to in the background play like anything, like really music or movies or YouTube videos. And I'm watching other people, what they're doing and stuff like that, trying to see if I could fine tune my ideas to make it slightly better or whatever, like to see like what works. And I'm learning quite a bit, and I'm also pondering, and I think it's important to first calculate everything out. And lastly, here's what I want to say. I was going to work just 3 days a week and work on building my project, like Monday through Thursday. But I realized, well, how am I gonna really do that? Like, I mean, sure, posts I could do that, like I could work and I could put them up. It's gonna take about a week to do that. But after that, I would like to put on metal roof, and I don't have metal roof materials yet, and I don't want to spend the money that's for the concrete, because I have that, and it's more like a kind of like a backup plan, because I'm gonna need lifts, I'm gonna need other things, and the more money I could make so that I could throw at this project, I'll be further ahead, because there's so much work to do. Plus, I gotta fix my Bobcat as well, and it's gonna be actually parked on the inside. I'm gonna have to fix it. It's not mechanically broken. There's a right drive motor that I just recently rebuilt, but I found out there's water in the system, so it might be already dry. I mean, I just took the motors off and just let them sit there, so maybe it already aired out. I don't know, but hopefully nothing rusts, because I gotta put like hydraulic fluid inside. It just seems like I'm always like a little bit running behind, because I'm working my ass off like with all these jobs that I'm doing, because I've really got to get all this money. I don't just have like money sitting around, and I want to make sure that I have a lump sum so I could actually build the project without really hiring anybody to do that. I'm doing it myself, so I'm gonna save quite a bit of money doing that way. But anyways, because the roofing and the side walls will cost me about like, let's say like 5,600, I realized like, okay, I just can't like stop stop Ubering and then work the 4 days, because I don't have nothing to work with. So instead, I'm choosing just to work out the whole month. And initially that was going to be the plan anyways, and then I adjust my thinking with the information that I have in front of me. So I thought that I'll be able to do that. Then when I look at things and I'm like, no, it seems like it's a waste of time. Plus it's February, what's the best use of time? And to me, it seems like, well, when it's cold, like it's hard to work outside anyway, so might as well be inside and stuff like that, and do that. But in March, I'm gonna begin to start building this project, and only then get all the supplies. And then I'm just gonna hit it hard, build it, like for 4 days, and then the other, days I will do like Uber or perhaps working on cars. But yeah. Stuff always adjusts. The reason I'm saying some of this stuff, because some of that stuff has to do with a lot of planning, and there's always the costs can always go up, and nothing ever stays the same. But I think right now, in today's day and age, prices for the lumber are beginning to drop, and that's kind of good. So I think even if I wait a little bit, I might be getting some stuff on sale, so that's good. So like, I don't want to get wood and just have it sit there like, and just, I don't know, like be in the rain, even though it's pressure treated. But with that being said, I know this is like really nothing to do with this channel except like my hopes and dreams. And one of the reasons that I'm saying some of this stuff is to motivate you guys to think that you could take this job, even though sometimes it sucks as far as the income goes, especially during like Monday through Thursday. Even Fridays are not that good anymore, at least for me. I'm not really seeing Fridays to be that good. But you could still just work hard, just because you put in the hours, and put in so many hours, and you take that income and you do whatever the heck you want with it. You could buy yourself a car with it, like a used car. For me, it's a shop, because it's important, and I want to make sure that I'm doing it for cash, because I don't want to loan no money, I don't want to owe nobody, I don't want to buy on credit. I have credit, I could buy it on credit. I have a bunch of empty credit cards. I could easily just finance the whole thing on credit cards. But with that being said, they charge a 3% interest rate, 3% like fee to buy it. I'm like, why would I pay that much fee and a credit card fee? Like, no, keeping my credit cards empty. That's emergency use only, if I really need something. Because I'm thinking, look, I buy all the materials. I have no time to really build now, because now I'm a slave to the credit card company, because I got to pay them off. So why not just like not become a slave? First, make the money that I would have paid off the credit cards, take that money and then buy it for cash. It's a lot better use of my money. Come in with a suitcase, open it up, give them like 5-10 grand, for all the materials. So with that being said, guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like videos like this, because I'm always thinking like, should I, but I think a lot of us are just paying bills, and then the other half, we're just using Uber to catapult us to that next level, whatever that is for you. For me, it's about cars. I have 33 cars, and it's time to fix some of them and parts them out and sell some parts on eBay as well. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.